ejaculation is when it just takes too long or longer than you would like to reach climax. It is a really frustrating condition. It can be caused by everything from stress to alcohol to drugs to prescription medications to being tired. There are a huge number of things that cause it to happen. It happens to everyone at some point. The real problem is, instead of just saying, okay, it's not happening today, it's not about orgasming, it's not about ejaculating, it's here to about have fun with you, but a lot of guys, we want it on the menu. It should be on the menu, you deserve it on the menu, okay? Delayed ejaculation is really difficult to treat. We can give you some drugs, and we'll get to that in a minute, that can help. And ejaculation is controlled by your sympathetic nervous system. Anything that causes your nervous system to calm down or slow down is going to cause delayed ejaculation. Low testosterone is probably the most common culprit for delayed ejaculation. Without testosterone, you don't have arousal. Without arousal, you don't have erection or ejaculation or really an interest in sex. We often have guys who are like, wait, I can get an erection, that's not the problem. I just don't feel anything. That's a real effect of low testosterone. Testosterone is really tricky and you need a specialist to go over that with you. Your family doctor is usually not an expert when it comes to testosterone. So let's say we've got delayed ejaculation. Let's say even your testosterone levels are good. Things still aren't working. Okay. Your doctor might prescribe Wellbutrin, or the generic drug is called bupropion. This is a dopamine agonist, which means it increases the dopamine levels in your brain. Having more dopamine in your brain makes it easier to reach climax. Now, dopamine is your reward hormone in your brain. That's the one that's like, let's party, woohoo. If we increase your dopamine, it generally makes it easier to reach climax. Believe it or not, anything that enhances your sympathetic nervous system can help. We have guys who respond really well to Adderall or Ritalin. We have guys who respond well to buspirone or Buspar, cabergoline. That takes a really long time, so I wouldn't start with it. Talk to your doctor. There are medical treatments. When it comes to sex and behavioral treatments, first of all, I have to back up with guys and say, why are you having sex where the whole focus is in ejaculation? Yes, I get it. When you're young, you just love an orgasm. Orgasms are a great part of sex. I'm not denying that. But if it's causing frustration and it's not working, stop trying to do it. The reason we have sex should be to feel connected and bonded and loved and validated and approved and desired and wanted and all those wonderful things. I hope we're having sex as an adult more than just to get an orgasm. I tell a lot of guys, if you can orgasm with masturbation but not with a partner, then great. Have sex with your partner, and when it's done, finish yourself by hand. Also, it can just be a result of low arousal. If you're having sex in the same way, with the same person, in the same place, in the same bed, at the same time, and everything's the same, you think it's not going to get boring after 10, 15, or 30 years? Stop. Most people stop having fun. For some reason, I'm going to do a whole thing on this one, but everyone turns into old farts sexually. Most guys, when they were 20 years old, were riding around in the car with a girlfriend and their dick was out. At 40, they haven't done that in 20 years. I'm like, why? Do something crazy. When was the last time you masturbated outdoors? When is the last time you had sex outdoors? That's not the same as sex in public. Have sex someplace private and safe and discreet, but do it outdoors. Stop having sex in your bedroom. Most couples go on date nights. Screw date nights. You don't need to eat that much. They go out to a big dinner, they talk about their kids, they talk about their lives, which is valuable, it's good. They have a bottle of wine, and then they go home and they're exhausted because it's 11 o'clock at night, and they go straight to bed, right? Instead of going on a date night, please take 3 hours, go to a cheap hotel, take some cheese and crackers and wine, and have fun and mess up their sheets, take a shower and have fun. Getting out of the house for great sex is a great thing to do. So if sex is boring, that can cause delayed ejaculation. But the fact that it's boring is probably your fault. I hate to say it. How you're having sex, if you're doing the whole routine of making out, playing with boobs, all that kind of stuff, stop. Mix it up. Most guys are thinking they're bored with their partner when the fact is, it's the sex that you're having is boring, not your partner. Learning how to have real sex will help a lot. Another big contributing factor to delayed ejaculation is the monitoring, like, am I going to come? Am I going to come? Oh, I'm not coming. How close am I to coming? So that chatter in your head about trying to reach climax is going to make it almost impossible to come. Stop trying so hard. The more you chase after an orgasm, the harder it is to get. Other things you can do is let's stimulate ourselves differently. Try different positions. Try using toys, negligees, watching porn with your partner. All these things that make sex more interesting and more fun. Nothing kills sex like routine. Sex should be two people just playing with each other's bodies. Let's focus on having fun, not focusing on an orgasm. Let it happen. Delayed ejaculation can also be caused by prescription drugs, antidepressants, anti-anxiety, heart medication, high blood pressure medication. Anything that suppresses your nervous system is going to make it difficult to reach climax. Too much wine, too much pot, too much of anything will make it difficult to reach climax. And finally, there's one thing that people often overlook when it comes to delayed ejaculation: depression. Mental health is huge when it comes to sex. Often, anxiety will lead to premature ejaculation, and depression will lead to delayed ejaculation. Depression is a medical problem. It's an imbalance of serotonin in your brain, right? So if that is out of whack, that means your whole nervous system isn't working. If your nervous system isn't working, you're never going to reach climax and orgasm the way you're supposed to. So please, if you find that you're not ejaculating easily or within a reasonable amount of time, or it's taking longer and longer, please go see your doctor, probably a sexual medicine specialist, and find out what's going on. There could be stuff going on that you're really glad you discovered.